Hey guys, Jesse with Jesse's Farm Art. I have been looking around at Twig stoves like a lot of people use. I've got several different stoves, but a Twig stove seemed kind of cool to me because you don't have to bring your own fuel. So I was looking at them, and some of the bigger names are around $100, and I can't justify spending that because I have so many other different types of stoves. And I was looking at the cheap ones, and there's so many people on YouTube. A lot of people like them. A lot of people say they fall apart while there's a fire in them, or it takes 30 minutes just to get 2 cups of water to boil. And I thought, well, I don't really want to go with one of those, so I kept looking, and I found one on eBay. It's Bearded Woodsman is the brand of it, and it was to bid on. I got it, and nowhere in the description did it mention having a pouch that came with it, so as a leather worker I didn't really have an issue with that. I'd make my own, but he sent me a message saying sorry I hadn't shipped it yet. I'm working on making a pouch out of fire hose from his county, from a fire department in his county. So I thought that kind of speaks a lot for his character. He didn't have to send me this. I didn't expect to get it, but he went ahead and sent it anyway. So I thought that was really nice, and it's fire hose, guys. How cool is that? Having been a cop for 12 years, even though, you know, firefighters become firefighters because they can't hack it as cops. Just kidding, that was a joke. Lighten up, people. But I think it's cool that it's made out of fire hose. There's no telling how many lives and how much property whoever was holding this saved. So I think that's a really cool thing that he made it out of fire hose. But I really like the specs on it. It was very comparable to specs from the larger name brands of the Twig stoves. So I went ahead and put my bid in and got it, and come to find out they actually offer them buy it now also. So as far as I know, you can only get them on eBay. I haven't been able to find them anywhere else. I looked on YouTube trying to find a review because I like watching reviews before I spend my money, but I couldn't find any reviews or anything online. So I went ahead and bought it, and I think I'll like it. It's American made. You can't beat that. Look at that design. Bearded Woodsman. They've cut their logo into it, which is pretty cool. And then the sides have little, I don't know if you can see that. Put it against my shirt. Little like fireball designs on the sides. So that's pretty cool. I'm not big on watching videos where all they talk about is specs, because I can do that myself, but since there's not a lot of information on these, I thought I would share some of the specs just in case he sells out and you can't find it or whatever for the time being. But I weighed this on my scale, and it came to 2 pounds, 4 ounces, just this, and with the pouch is 2 pounds, 8 ounces. So if you're a ultralight backpacker, it might be a little too heavy for you, but I think for me, I'm going to be using it fishing, and I think that's going to be perfect. I think it's going to be sturdy enough that I can put cast iron on it and not worry about it, you know, falling apart. But as far as the specs go, it says portable camping stove. Size of pieces is size of pieces 4.5 inches by 6 inches. So it's 4.5. I'll put it together so I can show you, but it's 4.5 wide, 4.5 square, and then 6 inches tall. And it's got this honeycomb design, and I'll tell you why they did that here in a minute. But it's like the puzzle piece kind where you put it together. There's 6 pieces. A little flame looking fireball things go on the sides. The Bearded Woodsman logo goes on the back, and your Twig feed is on the front, obviously. And then it's got the ash pan. And the ash pan has the 2 tabs on the sides, and the top piece has four little tabs. So that fits right in here like so. Hard to hold it up for the camera and actually get it to go together. Probably work better if I put it around right. Those just slide into there. And I'm going to tell you right now, my hands don't always work. They damaged my spinal cord, so it's probably a lot easier for you to put this together than somebody with crazy hands. There we go. And something, look, throw it around. Something else I liked about this over other brands, it comes with the top. You don't have to buy that separate like a lot of the more expensive brands make you. It's not an accessory, it's a piece of the kit. So a lot of people like to use the Stanley for boiling water, but keep in mind that you will have to use the top plate because it won't work without it. And you know, your GSI Ozark Trail style cup is too small to set on it without the plate. And if you do canteen cup, that's going to require the plate too. If you're using a skillet or a mess kit, then obviously if you didn't want to use the plate, you could do it without the plate. Let's see, with the specs, it says size is 4.5 by 6, most versatile with a collapsible frame and a detachable ash pan. Plus, it can be fueled several different ways: side, top, or pre-fuel, including the revolutionary Swedish torch method with over an hour cook time with no fire management. So you can take that off, put your twigs in like that. You could feed them in through these little side triangle holes, feed them in here. It says highest BTU output, honeycomb pattern, which there's honeycomb pattern all over it. It says the honeycomb pattern gives additional exhaust capacity, which allows more combustion air to support pre-fueling. Other stoves with less exhaust capacity are forced to exhaust out the feed hole, causing the flame to bypass the pan. Which a lot of people that have the smaller, shorter ones are saying that you constantly have to feed it, so I'm assuming with this one you don't as much. It says it always maintains flame to pan contact. Boil 2 cups of water as fast as 3 minutes and 10 seconds, which that's pretty comparable to my propane stove, so that sounds good. Most durable, thicker 304 stainless steel, which that's food grade stainless steel, so they're using high quality stuff. 14 gauge, which is 0.075 inches, and an engineered expansion management system makes the PCS the strongest stove on the market with the least amount of warp. So when metal gets hot, it expands naturally. They're all going to do that, but this one is supposed to not warp like the other ones do. Easy to use, it's not cumbersome, and less than 3/4 of an inch thick in its folded position. Multiple smaller feed ports rather than one large one prevents debris from falling out even at full burn. So 100% stainless steel construction, easily maintained with a light coat of oil between uses. So I got this, like I said, I bid on it, but they also offer them buy it now. It's $55 free shipping or best offer. So I'm assuming that means they'll take a reasonable offer. I got it cheaper than that, and I looked today and they actually have one to bid on right now, but as of today, and it's March 11, 2019, so they've got a few days left. He set it in at $10, and I mean, you can't beat trying to get it for that cheap. But I've never used it, so let's see how well she works. I'll get the camera situated here. All right, so we're just gonna load it from the top. And I've got just a cotton ball with some Vaseline on it. We're gonna cheat. Alright, we're going to let this burn down a little bit so I can get the top back on here, and then we'll do a boil test and see if that 3-minute thing is accurate. Alright, we've got her down to where I've got the plate on it. I'm going to take 2 cups of water. And start the stopwatch here. See how long she takes. I'm going to take the lid off the Stanley cook set. If you didn't know this, the lid off the Stanley fits perfect on the Ozark Trail Cup. Bubbles on the bottom. Can you guys hear that? It's like somebody back there is yodeling or something. I hope you can hear it. I hope I'm not crazy. You can hear it hissing. Alright, it's boiling. I didn't stop it. Shoot. It says 7:14, but it was probably around 6:30 when it started boiling like that. And they advertise as it'll boil as quick as 3 minutes. Woo, she's boiling now, boys. They advertise as quick as 3 minutes. In all honesty, it's kind of windy out here, and I probably should have had the windscreen. So we've got 2 cups of water boiling good enough that it caused the lid to start chattering. They advertise as little as 3 minutes. We had it at, I should have stopped it at 6:30. I didn't hit the button quick enough, but it's windy, so I'm happy with that. My little sterno stove that I like taking everywhere because it's easy, takes 10-15 minutes. Propane stove takes about 3. So with this, considering it's windy, I'm happy with that. And I've noticed that a lot of people that buy the cheap China-made ones, which this one's made in Georgia, but a lot of people that buy the cheap China-made ones say that once it's put together, don't touch it or it'll fall apart. And I didn't do it, and I obviously can't do it now because it's hot, but you can shake it around once it's put together, even without the top piece. It ain't going nowhere. So do I recommend it for what I use or plan on using it for, which is fishing? I broke my back. I can't carry a whole lot of weight anymore, but I think this will be perfect for that. It's not real cumbersome. It folds up nice and flat. It's perfect for what I need it for. If you're into bushcraft, I think it'll be good for that, or a day hike. It might be a tad bit heavy for you backpackers that go ultra light. It's, a little over 2 pounds, but for what I need it for, I think it's awesome. I think they did a really good job. It's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. I feel safe with it. It's got I could fry an egg right now. The coals are, it's down to coals. But I like it. I would. The sun's gone down. It's kind of dark to see me, but I think I'm gonna be happy with it. I'm happy with what I spent on it, and especially since they threw this in when I didn't even realize. I mean, they didn't have to do that. I would have been none the wiser had they not tossed it in. So I think that's great. I say it's a good piece of gear. I think I'm going to be using this on a lot of fishing trips if I don't want to take my propane stove, or some places don't allow you to have an open fire, but they'll allow you to have something like this. So I think we'll be maybe doing some catch and cook videos this year, frying up some fish. That's what I know about it. You guys saw everything I saw for the first use. I'm happy with it. I think if you bought it, you'd probably be just as happy with it. I'll put a link to their eBay. As far as I know, they only sell them on eBay. So I'll put a link in the description for the eBay listing, and I'll also put a link to their shop, the eBay shop, just in case they run out, and or in case you want to check out and see if they have one for where you can bid on it, because they have one right now. They started at $10. Otherwise it's $55 free shipping or best offer. So that's where we're at. I'm happy with it. Got boiled water for a Mountain House meal for dinner, and that's it. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll continue using this. And if you're interested in catch and cook, I do a lot of fishing videos, and we don't usually show us eating on the videos. But if you're interested in catch and cook, let me know down in the comments, and we'll get that some more video time, so you can see that in use and how well it works for cooking and not just boiling water. So leave me a comment, leave me a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, do that, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless.